All right, welcome back. Um, in this assignment or activity here, we're going to first make this solid model, okay, of this piece right here in Autodesk. So what you want to do is go ahead and open Autodesk Inventor, okay? Let's go to New, Standard IPT file, hit Create. All right, let's go to Start 2D Sketch, select the plane, okay? And let's come back to our assignment here. So we're first going to make this side right here, this kind of L shape, all right? And then we're going to turn it into a three-dimensional object here in a sec. So notice it's 3.5 by 2.5 inches. So we're just going to make a rough sketch for now in Autodesk. So let's grab our line tool, go up straight, start at the apex here, okay? And then I'm going to, while you do this, use the scroller on your mouse, okay, to kind of zoom out. Okay, so make sure it's perpendicular, click, okay, extend out again, make sure it's perpendicular. You know it's perpendicular when you see the little sign there, all right? This guy right here, all right? So once again, make sure it's perpendicular, come down, and I think this one you want to something about like that. Come down, find this line, click, come all the way back to your apex and click. Okay, so now let's dimension it. We got to make it 2.5 inches in height and 3.5 inches across here. So click on dimension. All right, now click on the line and just move it out and then click on it, and it's 2.5 in height. Hit enter. All right, and this one is 3.5. All right, and now this side was 1 inch, and this side was 1 inch. Okay, hit enter, and everything else looks pretty good here. It's fully constrained. You can tell by all of these purple lines. Okay, so we just created, all right, this shape right here. Now we got to turn this 2D object into a 3D object. So we want to extrude it. Okay, we want it to go outward in this direction. Well, 1.5 plus 0.5 plus another 0.5. Okay, so 2.5 inches, we need to move it outwards. So let's come back to Inventor here. Let's go ahead and hit our extrude button, and we're going to want that a distance of 2.5. Make sure this direction 1 here is checked, and then hit OK. All right. All right, so looking back at our little part here, we need to cut away material right here. So notice it's 1.5 inches across, it's 0.5 from the top, and it's 0.5 inches from the sides here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to select this face, click on it, go to Start 2D Sketch. All right, I'm going to center it and zoom in a little bit too here. I'm going to grab my rectangle tool, find the line, okay, and just kind of drag out a little rectangle. We'll dimension it here in a second. All right, so hit escape. Now let's dimension it. This length was 1.5. Okay, and this was 0.5. And then now what we want to do is click here, drag this over, click on that edge, okay, and then just move it up, and we want to make that 0.5 as well. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and finish our sketch. Okay, we're going to hit the extrude button. We're going to click on that face. We don't want it to go that way though. We want it to go the opposite way. So we're going to click there, make sure it says 1 inch here. Okay, So type in 1.0. Whoops. And then hit OK. And there we have it. All right, so looking back at our dimensions here, we need to make this little notch or groove or cutout area here of our part. So notice it goes 1.5 inches back into the part, and it's 1 inch from both edges here, and it's about this little open area where we cut away is 0.5 inches across. So let's go ahead and do that in Autodesk. Okay, so click on that face, hit Start 2D Sketch. Okay, we're gonna take our rectangle tool once again, and it looks like it's about right there. Make a rough rectangle. See if you can connect it right on that line. Once you kind of snaps to that line, click your mouse. All right, hit escape. Now we need to dimension it. So this side was 1 inch from that side. Hit enter. And that side was 1 inch from that side. Hit enter. Okay, now it's completely constrained. All the lines are purple, so we're good. We can finish our sketch. All right, so let's go ahead and finish our sketch. All right, now we're going to use this rectangle here to cut into it. So we're going to once again come to our extrude button, select that face, and we don't want it to go that way. We want it to go the other way. Make sure it says 1.5 inches there. Okay, type in 1.5 and hit OK. All right, and there you have it, all finished. Last thing we want to do here, let's just give it a nice color. All right, so I'm going to give it a nice orange here. Okay, make sure you save your work. Okay, and then in the next video we will dimension this. All right. Okay, so let's look at 2B here. Now we need to create a multi-view dimension picture like the one we see below here. All right, we need to make sure it's an ANSI file, ANSI. Okay, so we need to make sure we give it the right dimensions. Okay, so if we were to send this part off to a manufacturer, they could replicate it and create it. So let's come back to Autodesk. All right, have your part open because Autodesk will automatically use this file to create our drawing file here. So go to New. Okay, just click on New and search for ANSI. Make sure English is selected. Select ANSI. Okay, and then hit Create. Okay, so first thing we're going to do now is make sure you've saved it in a location you can retrieve it. Go ahead and hit Base View here. All right, move this down here so it's kind of out of the way. Now, if you just drag your mouse, it automatically creates a front view for you. So just click on that. Okay, and if you just drag your mouse up, guess what? It automatically makes a top view for you. And then if you drag it over, an isometric, and if you drag it down, okay, a right side view. Okay, and then just come when you're done, right click, okay, and hit create. All right, and there is your part with an isometric top, front, side view. All right, so now we need to kind of come back and put the following dimensions in. All right, so this is properly dimensioned. So let's go ahead and first on our front view, let's make this 1 inch and 3.5 inch dimensions, and then we'll come back and we'll do the other ones here. So come back to Autodesk. Okay, so what you're going to do is hit Annotate Dimension. Okay, now look for this little dot, click on that little dot, and then drag it over to that little dot, click on it, and then move your mouse up. Okay, and when that'll pop up, just hit OK. All right, now we want to make sure your dimension is still selected here. Okay, hit that green dot and hit that green dot and move it on up, and we have it 3.5. Okay, so hit OK. All right, so now let's do the other dimensions. So real quick, if you look right here, we have 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inches here. All right, so let's come here, click there, 1 inch, hit OK. Click there, and we have 1.5 inch, hit OK. And then from this distance to that distance, okay, 2 inches, hit OK. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. And then let's see here. For this other part, we need 2, 2.5, 0.5, 2, and 2.5. So let's go ahead and do those. Okay. So we got that distance to here. Whoops. Hit escape. When you ever want to get out of there and you make a mistake, just hit escape. Go back, hit your dimension tool again. Click there. Click there. There we go. Hit OK. Then we want to go from this corner to that corner. Okay, hit 2.5. Hit OK. And then we want that distance right there. Okay, hit 0.5, hit OK. And then finally, here to here, 2, hit OK. And our last one, 2.5, hit OK. All right, now we have all the proper dimensions. Okay, so we could literally send this to, say, you know, a machinist, and he would have everything he needs to know to make this part. Okay, so go ahead and save your work.